So I went through all of my Morgan dollars and I thought about wholesaling the uncirculated because uncirculated or BU come in different levels where some might have a little bit of toning on one side or the other side, or there might be a milk spot or maybe a little gray, a little off-white, but they're still got some brilliant uncirculated to them, and that's what BU stands for. To me, though, a BU, if you're going to say BU, it's all white coin. Okay, so then you have to kind of go with uncirculated. So, anyways, I got an offer for $52.50 for each one of them if they are straight BU. In other words, uncirculated. So let's talk about uncirculated for a minute. A lot of times, and I've bought these rolls before and I did a video on them, on TV or in some of these ads you'll see offering uncirculated coins for on a deal or BU. And when you get them, they looked over dipped. They've been cleaned a little bit. They've got a lot of brilliance to them, but they're what they call sliders. They are probably look more AU or unk dipped. So that's not what he wanted. He said they had to be not TV dollars, basically, is what we call it. So anyways, I was looking at them and looking through them, and some of these are $65 ones. There might be a $70 here or there, and then there's some of them that are, maybe 55 to 60 in that range, probably $60 average, $62 average. And I thought I would rather sell them and make a little more money on them because of the fact that I paid up for some of these whenever they came in the shop when silver's been up. But anyway, I wanted to do a little bit of research because when I take these Morgan dollars like these to the coin show, nobody buys them. I can pick out the best of the best and maybe sell one or two, and the rest of them I take home. And I thought, why is that? So I thought maybe I'm too high. So I wanted to do a little bit of research, and we're going to do that, and we're going to look at some of these coins, and you tell me what you think. But anyways, let's take a look at what they're actually selling for on SD Bullion and Money Metals and different places like that. And another thing was very frustrating. Again, eBay disappoints. I shop off eBay. I don't hate eBay, but I'll tell you, they've got to do something about their listings. So we're going to talk about that too, and it's just frustrating. There's got to be a way to use AI and actual coin experts to eliminate the junk that I'm seeing on there. It's really bad. So before we look at pricing on these to see if maybe I'm off on pricing, most of these are going to be mint state 60 to mint state 63, with the vast majority, going to be 62 or less. There might be a 64, there might be a 63s, like I said. There's going to be some toned. We're not going to look at all of these. I mean, there's over 100 here. So we're going to look at a few of them. So I wanted to talk about that. We're going to look at a few, like this one here. You could argue that this one might get 64. It's a little weak struck over the ear there. It's 1883. And the reverse has a little bit of toning on it. Now, I would sell this as UNC, but not BU. That's the thing. That's what you have to be careful for. You also need to know the difference between weak strikes, a coin that's over dipped, things like that. This one here is another nice one. And believe you me, the grading companies, none of them handle coins with gloves. So you don't need to handle them with gloves. You handle them by the rim with clean hands. The best thing to do is to use one of those cleaners, alcohol and things like that, and then it gets rid of all the grease off your hands, or use Dawn dishwashing detergent. So this is an 86. It has a little toning dot. Now that toning dot could be dipped off of it, but some people don't want that. You can't sell it. You sell it as uncirculated, that they'll see that, they might return it. You just never know how people are going to think. So anyway, I've got more of these to look at. As you can see, this one here is toned. This one's pleasing. And here's the reverse of it. You can sell it like that as uncirculated. You can't sell it as BU. This one here is probably closer to maybe AU slider. It's got some marks on the cheek. I wouldn't send that off to someone as a problem-free UNC. I just can't do it. This one here looks really close to AU 58. Here's the reverse. So as you can see, you have to go through these coins and you need to nitpick if you're going to sell them as UNC. Unfortunately, a lot of these TV companies don't do that. and neither do some of the other companies that we're going to talk about here. I'm not accusing of doing things on purpose, but it is very difficult when you're going through these to find the ones that are definitely uncirculated. Like this one. This was a mint state 60, 61, and it's definitely uncirculated. It's BU. It's marked up, but this is what you're looking at. Got a little bit of proof-like quality to it. That one I would sell as BU all day long. So it's just an example. Some of these, a lot of times that's why dealers will dip these out, because they'll be really nice, except for a spot like this up here. Sometimes you use acetone, or it's got some marks, because these coins have banged against each other in bags. They've had a rough life when you think about it. 1886, that's a long time. Here's a nice one with a little rainbow toning, but the reverse has a little bit of off color to it, but it's not too bad. Let's take a look at what other companies are selling these for. So over here on SD Bullion, and they have random dates, they call them BU, but I'll tell you, they're treading to be able to have enough BU to sell 100 plus. They have to buy a bag from, other dealers. And I'm telling you, those bags are not going to be full of BUs. It's just so hard to find actual BU without having some type of toning on them. So that's why I'm sure a lot of people get these, and better to put unk on them, I think. So anyways, we're looking at 66.66 with PayPal credit card. I believe 65 is pretty much the highest I've sold these for on my site, and I have credit cards. That's how I do it. Check wire 63.99. So I'm right in the range with SD Bullion on that. So I can put mine up at 60 to 65 and be pretty confident here with these. The ones that have really nice toning, I could take pictures of them. J and Bullion, same way. It's hard to find. Some of them have they're out of stock when it comes to they use AU. I've seen some AU in here. Here is out of stock alert, so you can't really go by them. Atmex, you're looking at $63.99 to $67.70 if you're using PayPal credit card. So about the same price we're looking at here. Go to the coin shows though, people won't pay that price. They want deals for these. I guess that it comes down to there's just plenty of them there to show, so they got to choose from. Almost uncirculated 79. I like the way Money Metals does this, because they'll have 10 different dates of mint marks, and at 58.90 a piece AUs. They don't really I haven't seen uncirculated, almost uncirculated 04. So they put them up as different dates, kind of like how I do it here at the shop on our site, almost uncirculated, and just put them up by their dates. These might be stock photos, but I'm okay with that. As long as you get an almost uncirculated coin that's not clean. But I don't see any unk listings for randoms here. There might be, but I'm not going to go through all those pages. I did do the pre-21 almost uncirculated to look at the pricing on it. So we're looking at, $56.49 is the total price each. That's pretty good. I've been at 52 to 54 on mine. That's good. Then I go over to eBay, and after seeing all those prices and seeing that I'm within the price range, maybe even lower than most of the big guys, the big sellers, I'm trying to find, some listings over here to kind of compare to on eBay. And I'll tell you what, look at this. One feedback, 88.26, lot of 5, 78 to 93 CC Morgan silver dollars. Then you got graded ones, which is fine. Liberty coin. And then you got this again, 88.72, lot of, it's the same stuff. These fake accounts, 90.7%. You're not going to get these coins for this price. I'm just telling you right now. 38.50 CDN, those are calls. Yes, that's going to be legit there. Here's another account, really oddball account. A gold-plated piece for $6.99. They're not going to be silver. Here's another one. It's the same type of listings. It's a bunch of just fake accounts trying to sell them for less than melt, or selling CCs for less than their value. And it's over and over and over. You can't even, you have to almost go with a filter and select where they're from. You got filters over here on this side. It's not really wanting to do a video on that, but US only. But when are they going to, here? I did that and still got them up here. So I really don't know what to tell people other than to don't pay attention to the too good to be true prices. That's just all there is to it. So anyway, I'm going to have some uncirculateds up on the site to sell, random probably, based off what you see here. Some of the tone ones I'll have to pull and sell those as, toned uncirculated, I suppose. But anyways, thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.